Welcome to my garage. This is my 2001 Mustang Bullitt in true blue, and I am going to talk more in depth about the Bullitt production numbers and the hologram stickers associated with each of these Mustang Bullitt cars. There are a lot of really neat things about these cars. They were produced in 2001, and the later years they've made Bullitts in 2008 and 2009. But the 2001 cars came in three colors: true blue, dark Highland green, and black. And there have been some good videos out lately about these cars and lots of detail about them. And I even have another video about the car that has more detail about the Bullitt. But I'd like to focus on the production numbers and some interesting facts about these cars. Now, the first Bullitt prototype is owned by Jack Roush, and it resides in his personal collection right now. That car was not issued a Bullitt number, but he calls it Bullitt number 1. And truly it was. It was a prototype, and Ford was going to take it and crush it after he was finished with it. And Jack was good enough to say, no, this car is going to stay in my collection. I'm keeping it. This is Bullitt number 1, and it resides in his personal collection. So I think that's really neat of him. That says a lot of what kind of a man he is and how much he actually cares about these cars. Now, there were 5,582 Bullitts produced in the three colors: dark Highland green, true blue, and black. And these cars were each assigned a number, a serial number. And that serial number can be found on a hologram sticker that's on the strut tower and on the frame of the car. There were actually 4 stickers produced for each of these cars. And the hologram sticker, which I'm speaking on tonight, is a very interesting topic. The first sticker is on the strut tower. And this is what it looks like. As you can see, these stickers in the engine bay are subject to heat and cleaning chemicals, and they haven't held up very well. And so Ford issued a bulletin and a recall, if you will, to make another sticker. And so that totals 4 stickers total for these cars. And those stickers will never be produced again. You cannot get any more of them. Those 4 stickers are all that will ever be made for each car. Now, the first sticker is found on the strut tower. The second sticker is found under the back seat on the frame of the car. I will show you how to find that sticker later on in the video. The third sticker, interestingly enough, was placed in a mason jar with all copies of the third stickers of every Bullitt and buried at Ford headquarters. And so we don't know what's going to happen with those stickers. Who knows if they'll ever uncover it. It's like a time capsule. Only the future will tell. But the fourth sticker I speak of is really interesting because it was made as a recall to go on top of this strut tower sticker that is subject to fading. Now, these stickers were to be ordered through the Ford dealership and put on by a Ford technician. I have here, with some of my interesting Bullitt stuff, my car's third holographic sticker. Here's a good idea of what it looks like, and I've taken some pictures so you'll be able to see what it looks like when it changes. But it has 3 different designs. It has the running horse, it has the Mustang cursive that you find on the dashboard of the car, and then it has the Ford logo. And these stickers are a one-off piece. Something neat about these stickers are that if you look at them, it has the number 4622, which is my car's number. And the way you could tell that this is the fourth sticker is that it does not have a 0 in front of the serial number. All the original stickers that were on the frame of the car, on the strut tower, and buried in the mason jar have a 0 in front of the serial number. But the reproduction does not have that 0, and so that's how you can tell that it's this sticker. Now, this sticker was supposed to be received by Ford and ordered, and then a Ford technician was supposed to place it on the car. So here is the envelope that came to Ford, and I was lucky enough to get this from them before they put the sticker on the car, and other Mustang Bullitt owners have done the same thing. And it even comes with this really neat sheet that instructs the dealership to not give the sticker to the customer, but to put it on the car, and it shows where to place that sticker. And it says the replacement label must be installed on the vehicle by the dealer technician, not given to the customer. Only one replacement label per VIN exists. Care must be taken not to lose or damage the replacement label, as additional labels are not available. I think that's really neat. I think this is a piece of documentation that can go with the car that's unlike any other. So, speaking of these stickers though, something really interesting is the cars were not produced in sequential order. So the Bullitts were not produced from 1 to 5,582. They were produced on the assembly line and then assigned stickers at random. Now, Scott Hogue, who helped design the Bullitt, has the car with sticker number 1 on it. And that car was not the very first car produced. Another really interesting fact about this is that the first Bullitt produced on the production line for sale was True Blue. I think that's a really interesting fact, being that I own a True Blue car. Another really interesting thing about these cars and their numbers is that Chad McQueen, who was the son of Steve McQueen, did all the press shoot and photos with the Bullitt in San Francisco, and he drove it through the streets and did all that neat stuff. And he was given, along with his family, 4 Bullitt Mustangs. Now, these 4 cars were all dark Highland green, and the numbers on them, like where mine has the number, it actually says McQueen 1, McQueen 2, McQueen 3, and McQueen 4. I'll put the photo that I found, luckily I found a long time ago. I will put that photo in here in this video so you can see what it looks like. Now, the interesting thing about the McQueen cars is there were only 4 of them produced. The 4th one was sold at charity, and it brought in $70,000. And those cars were all included in the 5,582 Bullitts produced. What Ford did, and you can see on this on the picture, is they actually took those McQueen labels and they stuck them on top of the strut tower brace of existing Bullitts. And so the Bullitts that are labeled McQueen 1 through 4 are actually already numbered, and those numbers, with a lot of research, can be found on the internet, or some of them can, I believe, reading through it once. And so I thought that was pretty interesting, and that's something that's kind of hard to find. But anyway, I thought that was pretty neat. I thought I'd just take a little shot here of some of the Bullitt things I have. I have one of the Auto Art models, 1/18 scale. I think that's really neat. I have a original Bullitt deck lid badge that actually belonged to the owner of the Ford dealership here in town, who had the very first dark Highland green Bullitt that I had ever seen. And this was in his glove box because he actually took a few of these and put them on the side of the car where the GT badges are. And he had this extra one in the glove box, and so he gave it to me, which I thought was really neat, because I fell in love with the Bullitt back in 2001 when I was 15, 16 years old, and it was my dream to have one day. And this here is actually a newspaper clipping from 2001. It was in the local newspaper about the Bullitt, and so I cut that out back years and years ago when I didn't have a Bullitt and when I was just falling in love with the car. One more thing that I thought was really neat that I'd like to share is this poster that came from AutoZone. I went into AutoZone one day and this poster was hanging up at the end of the aisle, and it wasn't supposed to be up anymore. It's actually a really old poster, and I was shocked to see a Bullitt on the poster, and they said I could have it if I came back later. So I came back a few times and they said they weren't done with it yet, but finally I got them to give it to me, so I thought that's pretty cool. But anyway, there are a lot of really neat things about these cars, and hopefully that's a neat little insight about the production numbers and how Ford went about doing that and how they chose what numbers to give them on the assembly line. Well, stay tuned. I'll be making more videos of my cars. I also have a blue Mach 1 that's not here right now, but I have this 2004 Competition Orange Cobra as well. The second Bullitt hologram sticker is located underneath the rear seat on the frame of the car. There has been talk on the forum of how to find the sticker. Some people have explained it, and other people say they've looked and they couldn't find it. So I'll take you on a virtual tour right now of where that sticker is. Entering the car, in the rear, you have the lower section of the rear seat. And this seat comes out with two push pins, which are easiest to get out with a flathead screwdriver. If you have difficulty getting your seat out, Scrun Johnson has excellent videos on his channel of how to remove the rear seat. But basically, right here on each side there's a plastic tab, and you want to use the screwdriver to push the button in on the face of that tab, and it will release the seat. So underneath the seat right here and underneath the carpet, you will find the second Bullitt hologram sticker. There it is.